Today on Rappler, 5 judges of the World Boxing Organization reviewing video of the Pacquiao-Bradley fight unanimously vote for Pacquiao as the winner. Comedy king Dolphy undergoes dialysis.
Pag ikaw Chief Justice na, or even a Justice, you have only one duty, decide cases. Tigilan mo na yung pag-aaral. Tigilan mo na yung... Kaya dito, I hope UST will set a policy. We are not going to accept any longer any justice doing graduate work. Because grabe ang backlog kung Court of Appeal, Sandigan, Supreme Court.
And former Senator Rene Sagisag tells candidates for the post of Chief Justice they should not only be paragons of integrity, probity, and independence, but also of hard work. Hello, I'm Chai Hofilenia, sitting in for Maria Ressa. Welcome to Rappler, your social news network. A 5-member panel of judges convened by the World Boxing Organization says Manny Pacquiao won the June 9 fight with Timothy Bradley. All the 5 judges voted unanimously in favor of Pacquiao after watching the video of the fight. WBO President Francisco Valcarcel says his judges all had the matchup for Pacquiao by scores of 117-111, 117-111, 118-110, 118-112, and 115-113. Pacquiao says he is elated by the decision, describing it as, quote, justice. He hopes the decision would bring back the faith of boxing fans in the sport. Top-ranked CEO Bob Arum says, quote, that's a Solomon-like conclusion. Bradley defeated Pacquiao in a split decision with judges C.J. Ross and Dwayne Ford scoring in favor of Bradley and Jerry Roth scoring in favor of Pacquiao. Pacquiao and Bradley's fight contract contains a rematch clause scheduled for November 10. But Arum and other top-ranked officials have said they will most likely not push through with the fight. It appears that Pacquiao may fight Mexican rival Juan Manuel Marquez for a 4th time this November, according to reports. Former Senator Rene Sagisag says the future Chief Justice must be in the mold of Chief Justices Manuel Moran, Roberto Concepcion, JBL Reyes, Cesar Bengzon, and Ricardo Parras, who have lived up to the highest standards of integrity, probity, and independence. Sagisag says being a member of the Supreme Court is a 24/7 job. He expresses dismay at justices who travel abroad or take up higher studies.
Yung next Chief Justice natin, dapat tapos na ang pag-aaral. Huwag na magdo-doctorate pagkat Chief Justice. Martes, nagkita kami, o hindi, nakita ko siya. Letterman concert, Manila Hotel. The next night, nabasa ko, same concert, Araneta. Nagdo-doctorate kami, 8,000 cases yan. Anong image na nakikita ko? Para ka bang nagda-drive, nagse-cellphone, and at the same time, romancing your girlfriend. Aba, explosive yan. You cannot do a good job in any of the 3 kung magmumultitask kang ganon. Pag ikaw Chief Justice na, or even a Justice, you have only one duty, decide cases. Tigilan mo na yung pag-aaral. Tigilan mo na yung... Kaya dito, I hope UST will set a policy. We are not going to accept any longer any justice doing graduate work. Because grabe ang backlog kung Court of Appeal, Sandigan, Supreme Court. Yung mag-masters ka, wag ng doctorate. Nearly full-time yan. I mean, nag-masters ako. Yung karanasan ko pareho kami nag-Harvard, no? Talagang para kayong 1 year na bar exam. Kaya po, wala ka nang pwedeng ibang gawin dito, kung ikaw hindi pa tapos ang pag-aaral, mag-resign ka muna. Tapusin mo ang pag-aaral mo, saka ka bumalik. Wag nang maulit yung mga ganon. Wag na rin maulit yung nagpe-press con.
The former Cory Aquino spokesperson also has this to say about the high number of nominees to the post and the members of the JBC.
Hindi rin malinaw sa akin kung bakit na-extend. Kaya doon, nadagdagan na naman ang mga pinabili lang ng suka, nominated na. Pero yung iba naman, nagpapaliwanag, wala naman silang katsansa-tsansa talagang manombrahan I mean, with all due respect, no? Kaya yun nga, walang malinaw na justification for extending it. Ang tawag ko dyan let me call you sweetheart. I mean, sila lang. And then, ang isa pang abuso nun na hindi na bubulgar Gloria returned a list.
Yes.
I mean, shameful. Dahil economist kuno, assisted by generals, what do I know about the legal profession and its members? Chief Justice yan, law deans yan, etc. Kaya to me, yun ang pangit na pinayagan ni na Chief Justice Davide. Kasi doon, nung merong appointment na presiding justice sa Court of Appeals, ang tingin ni Gloria, teka muna, linked ito sa opposition, o kamag-anak ni ganito, ganun. Pinalta ng Court of Appeals yung listahan. And that should not be repeated.
Sagisag laments the state of Philippine politics now.
Minsan, there are nights na I think my entire life utter waste because I'm about to leave this world in a far worse shape than when I entered it. And I tried my best, but mukhang totally wasted. But yun nga, like I said, we can never, ever give up hope. We can never, ever give up on our motherland.
The son of movie icon Dolphy says his father is undergoing dialysis to help arrest kidney failure. Dolphy's condition changed to critical Tuesday after being stable Monday. Quezon says, quote, "The dialysis will support my dad's kidneys and lessen the excess fluids in my dad's body. It will wash away the toxins that have accumulated in his body because of his weak kidneys." Quezon adds the dialysis reduced his father's spasms. He says, quote, "His platelets are now very low and he is positive for hemorrhaging. That's the downside of the dialysis." He says there's no feeling of panic in the family. Somehow they have found reason to be happy, especially since Dolphy was able to open his eyes again. This is the last time a member of the family will talk to the media. Quezon says he will continue to reply to SMS questions regarding his father's condition. Forbes magazine says there are now 15 billionaires in the Philippines against only 11 in 2011. The 40 richest people in the country enjoy higher fortunes this year as the Philippine economy outperforms most of its neighbors. Mall magnate Henry C. is still the Philippines' richest man, holding the top spot for the 5th year in a row in 2012. The 87-year-old Henry C. controls the SM Group, which operates the country's biggest retail business, SM Malls, and biggest bank, Banco de Oro, or BDO. Lucio Tan of Fortune Tobacco and PAL retains his second place for the 5th consecutive year. Port operator Enrique Razon Jr. is the biggest gainer, jumping 4 places to become the 3rd richest. John Gokongwei falls 1 place to become 4th richest in the Philippines. The Gokongwei family controls conglomerate JG Summit and budget carrier Cebu Pacific. At 5th place is David Consunji, the man behind construction giant DMCI Holdings. 6th richest is Andrew Tan of Alliance Global, and 7th is Jaime Zobel de Ayala of Ayala Corporation. In 8th place is George T. of Metrobank, and in 9th place is Roberto Ongpin, who leads the company that controls San Miguel. 10th richest is Eduardo Dandinco Huangco Jr. Mobile devices are on track to replace conventional computers, says a top Google executive. Google Asia Pacific's Eliza Knox says smartphones and tablets are now becoming the primary means to access the internet in Asia Pacific. She says, quote, "Asia has an insatiable appetite for mobile." She notes that Singapore, Hong Kong, Australia, and urban China have higher smartphone use rates than the United States. She expects that by 2015, 1 in 2 people on mobile internet will be in Asia. Let's now look at Rappler's Wrap for today, a list of the 10 most important events around the world you shouldn't miss. At number 7, the International Union for Conservation of Nature, or IUCN, comes out with the latest Red List, which details threats to biodiversity. The Red List says that close to a third, or around 19,000 of more than 63,000 plant and animal species around the globe face extinction. The group says the latest report is a, quote, clarion call to world leaders gathering in Rio to secure the web of life. At number 8, Prince William is set to receive a £10 million inheritance from the late Princess of Wales as he turns 30 on Thursday, June 21. Princess Diana left the bulk of her estate to her sons William and Harry, aged 15 and 12, when she died in 1997. The inheritance is to be handed over to them when they turn 30. Diana left an estate of close to £13 million. The figure has grown to about £20 million through investment. At number 9, Filipino graphic designer Brian Montes has won one of the biggest book cover design contests held by a global marketplace for online graphic design. Montes won $3,500 for a cover redesign involving the best-selling book, The Purpose-Driven Life, by Christian pastor Rick Warren. The winning design adds brightly colored leaves to what was a two-tone cover kept for the past decade. And at number 10, there's a connection between sleep disturbances and heavy use of cell phones and computers. Researchers from the University of Gothenburg find that constant accessibility for people who are always searching for or reaching for their phones cause more stress and symptoms of depression, not to mention sleeping problems for men. Researchers proposed that people unplug more. For the full top 10, visit Rappler.com's The Wrap. That's Rappler's Newscast for today, Thursday, June 21, 2012. Visit Rappler.com and watch our newscast Monday to Friday. Tell us how you feel on our mood meter. I'm Chai Hofilenia, and as we say at Rappler, tomorrow begins today.